Okay, it's May 14th. It's raining. It's Saturday. And I want to plant some seeds before it's too late, because in the Northeast we have a very short window of planting. We have a short time because once the cooler temperatures come, then it's cold, and I don't have a very big greenhouse to put things, and that kind of stuff. So I have these drop dead red sunflowers seeds that I want to plant. I'm trying to figure out where to plant them. I have no clue. I think I'm gonna put one seed in here. Maybe I'll put two. You know what? Maybe I'll put all of them in there. Yeah. So I put the drop dead red sunflower seeds in this pot, which I also put marigolds in this pot with the strawberry, one strawberry plant. And I put it in there, which I'll have to, give it some organic fertilizers and stuff, like rotten stuff. I'll have to make some like compost tea or something and put it in there. And I have some watermelon seeds. Ooh. I have these sweet peas, which I'm gonna call them fairy flowers, just so that my daughter doesn't confuse them with peas. I'm just gonna call them fairy flowers for safety. Because I have to think of a different name for them so that she doesn't think, oh, peas. It's not peas. It's not edible, it's toxic, it's poisonous, and I don't want her to get them confused. So I'm just trying to think of a different name. But I'm gonna put some sugar baby right here. Oh yes, I want some sugar baby watermelons. So I'm just gonna plant. It's a little hard when I'm holding the phone, but you see all the seeds I have here. I'm gonna spread them out around here. I'll put one here. I'll put it near the trellis so that it could climb up the trellis. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we get some sugar babies this year. I've always waited too late to plant them, I think. Something always happens where I don't plant them early enough. But this time, and I got a trellis so it can climb up the trellis, so that's nice. It's a small A-frame trellis. Eventually, I also made that teepee trellis over there. Eventually I'll get like cattle panel one day, or I saw a ladder mesh ladder or something like that, and I could use that. I might be able to buy that this year and do a trellis somewhere close, somewhere over here maybe. But we need it to be in where it gets sun so I could have something climbing up it. Yeah, I have a vision already. Ladder mesh. I just need to get some ladder mesh. My lettuce is looking so good. I'm so happy. Lettuce. I got lettuce. Oh, lettuce. I can't plant things in the ground because I haven't had the soil tested, but I have planted some things in the ground. Like the blueberry bush, but also the sunflowers I've had grow over here, so that also takes care of lead or anything that's toxic. It can remove toxins from the soil, so that's good. I have some pansies here, which I want to throw these seeds around, and they don't need a lot of sun, I don't think, because you know what, I could put them in one of these hangy pots. So you see the sunflowers are sprouting over here. There's sprouts, and there's also zinnias that are sprouting over there. Now this pot, there's two pots. That pot and this pot. So I think I'm gonna put all the pansies in this pot and just wait. So now we know this is where the pansies are. So that's another reason why I can do this video helps me, because then I can remember where things are, because I don't have like stick markers for everything. But eventually we'll have stick markers, because I do things on the spur of the moment. Like when I have a moment, I'll go and I'll plant. So I have some moments now. Sometimes I say, okay, well, look at this. See the blueberries on here? They're doing really well. They're doing really well. And I found out the reason what helps the blueberries to do well is this decaying matter here. If you have a lot of decaying leaves on top of your blueberry plants, that is going to help fertilize your blueberries. So that's going to help you with more fruit production. And I'm seeing a good amount of fruit production on this one bush. I'm sure it could produce more, but what I also want to do is like take cuttings from this blueberry plant and have more blueberry plants. And that would be so wonderful. Like have lots and lots and lots of blueberry plants just all over the place. Even like, I don't know. I can go crazy with blueberries. I love blueberries. So I don't want to step on these flowers, so I'm trying really hard not to step on them as I go past, because you know, it's just, this space is pretty good, but the way that I did things was because of, if I wanted to, like, honestly, I would have liked to design it with raised beds all on this side and raised beds all on this side. That's how I would have liked to design it. But as far as resources, I didn't have them. And money, I didn't have that, but I did have some. I had enough money that I bought these raised beds, and because they're the cheapest raised beds you could buy. So I bought the cheapest raised beds I could afford, filled it up with soil. Soil's not cheap. But I also did a lot of compost. I tried to do a lot of composting in these bins, so that when the compost was ready, I put it underneath the beds. So it was filled with part compost. And another thing that I wanted to do right here is a hugelkultur. So maybe I could have some compost here and some sticks and stuff, some of those pine trees and stuff. And this bottle here is garbage, but my uncle bought it years ago and I have to put it in the recycle bin. Yeah, he just buys things because he doesn't really know what he's buying. When he buys things, he doesn't buy organic. He just buys things that is on the market because he doesn't know any better. But he hasn't bought anything in a long time. So yeah, I'm really excited because I planted a lot of chamomile around in different spots. So I'm looking forward to see, like, will the chamomile just pop up in different spots? Will I have an abundance of chamomile this year? We'll find out. Oh, I put this here because this glass thing. Oh, there's a potato in there growing. That could use more soil though. I put that there because the refrigerator that I had, it was broken. So, oh, wait, what is this? This looks interesting, like an onion or something. Maybe I think it's an onion. I don't know if it's ready to pull yet. But I didn't want to throw this out because I've seen people use like glass to make glass frames. Like I could use it to keep extra warmth in. Although right now it's pretty warm, so probably don't need extra warmth, but still. Oh, this tree looks like it's gonna have berries on it this year. It has mulberries. Last year I didn't see any mulberries on it. That's interesting. That's really interesting. I didn't even know. I don't know which tree, because one of the trees seemed to have died and it's there. I really wanted to prune back some of the tree, but I need a ladder and I would need some like good pruners so I could prune the branches. And even though we're not going to live here, I just still feel like, oh my goodness, if I could prune some of these branches, I could get way more sun than I'm getting. And more sun is good. More sun. So here I am in the backyard. My husband's coming soon to pick us up and take us somewhere. So I'm going to go now and say goodbye. Goodbye to this beautiful garden. For now. Goodbye. I really enjoy spending time in the garden. This allium. Let me just leave you with the beauty of allium. Like, if the camera doesn't even do it justice. It's even more beautiful in person when you see it in person. But look at that allium. Oh, it's in the garlic family and onion family. Oh, it's absolutely breathtaking. And I should have planted some on the other side too, so they could be more, what's the word? I forgot what the word is. You know what? When I think of that word again, I'll write it down and I'll say it. There's a word for it. But look at that! Ooh, I'm getting more oregano. Yeah, allium. Allium is so beautiful. It has a lot of benefits to your garden. I can't even talk. It's so beautiful. Dwarf sunflowers here. I'm gonna just hang it here. The dwarf sunflowers, totally excited about those. I'm gonna move this bag from here. That needs to get a lot of rain. I got some lemon balm growing here. That's coming back from last year. Lemon balm is a perennial, so it's supposed to come back every year. Unless you're like me and you accidentally maybe dry it out too much somehow. But this one's coming back, thankfully. The other one that I planted, I don't see it coming back yet, but maybe I should put it in a sunnier spot. Anyways, the sunflowers, the dwarf sunflowers are coming back. So there'll be dwarf sunflowers here, dwarf sunflowers here, dwarf sunflowers down there. Down here we planted anemone, I believe they are. Anemone. And there was also something that we planted called, I forgot the name of it too. But the lettuce is looking so good. And I planted right here today some Mexican sunflowers. So we'll see what happens. I also planted the white marigolds here. The white marigolds. So I'm thinking lettuce would be another good crop to intercrop here because it's short. Lettuce might, well actually, you know what? Basil. I need more basil. I'm gonna have to start planting more basil. And I might have to move that bed over here. I don't really want to move it though. But that doesn't get a whole lot of sun unless by some miracle I'm able to prune some of those leaves down. I do believe in miracles, so I'm gonna hope that I can somehow prune those leaves down. I have no idea how I'm gonna prune those leaves down. I really don't, but I gotta go. Okay, cheerio. Auf Wiedersehen.